Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting lesson 13 today. Just like we did with lesson 12, today is going to be a little bit of just an intro. First, I want you to make a pocket in your math journal, so go ahead and fold that page down, and then put a little bit of glue here and along the bottom so that you have a little pocket. When you title this one, this lesson is lesson 13, and it is called percent change and percent error. So go ahead and pause the video for just a second and finish making up your pocket and make sure it has that title on it. Then on the next page, we're going to write the essential question. The essential question is, how do I set up and solve multi-step percent problems involving percent change and error. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the two types of problems that we're going to see, and then over the next week we're going to talk about percent change on one day and have an assignment around that, and percent error on another and have an assignment around that. So, percent change is a ratio that compares the amount of change to the original amount. Okay, so for example, if we had a number of books in the library, say like 500 books in the library, and then after that, the library was donated some books, maybe like 100 more books. So we can find the percent that it changed. Instead of saying it changed by 100 books, we could say that it changed by 20% of the books in the library. And so we're going to talk about what that looks like. What it looks like to you is the amount that the library changed over the original amount. So remember that fraction means division. So we're going to end up dividing these numbers. So instead of multiplying like we did in lesson 12, we're going to do some dividing here. And when we get that answer, we're going to get a decimal point, and we have to then change that to a percentage. So we're going to get a decimal, and then what we do is we multiply that by 100 to get our percent. Now, with percent change, there's two different types. There's a percent increase when the new amount is greater than the original amount. Okay, so my example about the library books, that's a percent increase because we were donated books, and so that went up. Whereas a percent decrease is where the new amount is less than the original amount. So for example, if we're talking about the library still and there's 500 books in the library, but Miss Sarah has to get rid of some of the books because the covers are tearing and there's pages missing, we could find that percent, and that would be a percent decrease because the amount of books went down instead of up. Okay, now the other type of problem that we're going to see during this lesson is called a percent error. And this is very similar to a percent change, but this time it's more about someone estimating something and being off by a certain amount. So it's the ratio that compares the amount of error to the actual amount. Okay, so if we have, say someone says, oh, I think that package weighs 12 pounds, and then we put it on the scale and it actually weighs 11 pounds, there's a percent error in that estimate. So you want to think, how much were they wrong by? So what is the amount of error? And divide that by the actual amount, or in this case, the actual amount that the package weighed. And again, that's going to give us that percent error. Of course, we have to multiply that by 100 because we're going to get a decimal when we do that. Okay, so on your Google Classroom assignment, there is a Google form on there that is a quick check-in just about like percent increases, percent decreases. It's going to give you different situations and you have to say, this is a percent error problem because they're estimating, or this is a percent increase because it's growing, or a percent change, things like that. So go ahead and do that now, and then you don't have any new homework right now. Have a good day.